the Ring Fanatics Podcast, episode number 63. I am Nick, your host, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts Joel and Gina. Interesting topics today. Not the best past 2 days of NXT, as many people got released over the last 2 days from the Black and Gold NXT platform. A lot of faces that we love, sadly, they're leaving the company. So I'm gonna start off with you guys to ask you that question from your guys' perspective. Like, what are your thoughts on all these releases happening from the people who used to work and have a huge part mainly with the Black and Gold NXT brand?
I,
I know.
I have no words right now. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what the hell is up their sleeve for 2022. I almost said 2021. But, I just feel like either something catastrophically amazing is going to happen this year in terms of people coming back or something, or they're literally losing their mind. I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Just even disregarding exactly. I mean, he was just on NXT, but even disregarding that, dropping Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
He's a WWE legend. How are you gonna what's the reason for it? You know what I mean? What do we not know? That's kind of where my head is right now.
It seems that they're trying to wipe out the entire, basically trying to get rid of everything that associated with the Black and Gold NXT.
It looks like that anybody that's tied to Triple H has been released. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they're trying to get rid of everything like the old era of NXT, like you saw Road Dogg, producer. You know what I mean? Like they just try to get rid of everybody.
Scott Armstrong got released.
Yeah,
William Regal.
That was shocking to me.
Yeah,
that was a big one.
I thought they would have given him a chance on the main roster. I thought they would have at least used him as a general manager role or something.
I think he would have been great as a general manager role on the main roster. I think that's what they should have did with him.
Exactly.
I don't know what was the point of releasing him.
There was going to be a point eventually when Sonya Deville would have left that authority role.
Yeah,
there's going to have to be somebody that would have taken her place in that part, and William Regal would have been a perfect one.
Yeah,
especially if they're trying to go for a heel Adam Pearce, that was a perfect guy to go up against him. Like brand versus brand, Regal versus Pearce.
Yeah, definitely.
That I wouldn't mind that. Was something that they could have done perfectly in the main roster. Look how many people loved him in NXT. Like you saw the War Game, every War Games, he was the iconic War Games thing that everyone still talks about to this day. That's all I saw yesterday when he got released. Was the War Games compilation that everyone was posting out when he kept on saying War Games. But it's insane. He has iconic roles there. He's done a lot. The general manager did not even use him once when the new NXT came along.
Mm-hmm.
Not even once mentioned. I forgot there was a general manager, and that's sad. That he was a big part of it. You should have at least mentioned his name once. There was no William Regal mentioned in the new NXT.
Yeah, so he's really been gone for a while. We just haven't really noticed it yet.
But they've been doing a lot with talent scouting though. They've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff that they've done along the line that not a lot of us have seen.
What I saw that made me think of why he was released was I think it was Gargano put it up that he was he really gave a push for them to sign us indie guys. So I guess since they're trying to get away from signing indie guys that are already known, he was really the one that would go out to indie shows and really scout. So I guess since they're not doing that no more, what's the use of William Regal? I guess that's how they looked at it.
I didn't even think about that way because he has. There's a lot of indie shows where you just see him in the crowd just watching it.
Yeah,
I think he was at a show recently. I forgot what show, but I think he was at a show recently.
There's that famous picture of him at Evolve that he's looking through the curtain. I forgot what show it was, but that was starting to pop when they were really signing a lot of people during that time. So you could see why he was a big push for the indie guys since they don't want to really do that no more. Why not just push him to the side, get rid of him? Which doesn't make sense, but I guess that's the way they're looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really pushing Triple H's buttons at this point. He is not allowing anybody Road Dogg. I'm surprised Shawn Michaels still there.
Oh, but Shawn Michaels got pull with Vince.
Yeah,
Shawn got too much pull. He got too much pull. Even though he's a Triple H guy, he's really a Vince
Mhm.
guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah.
It's it's tough, man. Out here, Vince is. Once I saw the X being kicked, I said, "That's
Yep.
it. He got this belt." I said, "That's it. This is
You
it's
know,
over."
like the next thing, I'm they have Mandy Rose immediately get the belt shortly after, and then Braun Breaker about time,
Yeah.
and then it's like before you know it, they just released Timothy Thatcher, a few wrestlers there too, and it's like, what's gonna be left? Like,
Also, don't forget Roderick lost his belt this week, and they released this guy from the Diamond Mine. I forgot his name. Right
yeah,
now, it's slipping my mind, but he was released also.
I, I'm
So,
I'm thinking it's about time he
like,
leaves, especially
who?
Roddy. I
Yeah,
think he wants out of there. I think he wants out of there.
yeah. Nah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I have no clue. He was doing his thing with the new Dynamite thing. I don't know. I guess he was just a transition of from. I mean, for the cruiserweight belt, maybe he was just a transition holder. I don't
Because
know,
he's
man.
like one of the big names from the NXT, the black and
Yeah,
gold brand, just
yeah. They
make
needed
people.
a big name to get defeated from the black and gold brand on that night, and they got Champa and Roderick.
I think it's almost time for them to go. I'm thinking they're gonna leave because now he has his wife on AEW. I think I don't know if she's signed, but she's been appearing on AEW.
Oh, really? I haven't
Yeah,
even noticed that.
apparently she had a match this week. I think I know I
Oh,
saw a
okay.
picture of her in the tunnel thing, so
Oh,
I'm
nice.
assuming. So I think he's gonna leave soon. Before you know it, you're gonna see like a WWE has come to terms of release with Roderick Strong, something like that. I don't know.
At this rate, honestly, it's looking like what I said, where we're gonna need some new talent. Um, maybe that's what. Honestly, maybe that's what they're doing. Now that I think about it, too, it's very possible. It could be that they're trying to just revamp everything, maybe because
Yeah,
people are tired of seeing the same people over and over again. So they think dropping people that are well known or have been around forever and then getting new talent for people to watch. Because I mean, technically speaking, it is a new generation.
Yeah,
yeah,
If you
yeah.
think about it, like the years that we're in and the people that are kind of like the new cycle of fans that are coming in is technically a new generation right now. So it would make sense if they have like Cena or The Rock come back now, but then you have a bunch of new people too.
yeah.
You keep your legends, but you let a bunch of people go and then you revamp an entire roster. It kind of makes sense, but this is just me thinking out loud now.
No, it definitely makes sense because, like, I was thinking about it the other day. Like, there's there's always that transition into the next generation,
Yeah.
like from Attitude to Ruthless, from the old school to the new generation in the '90s, and probably at the beginning it was like, this might not work. You know what I mean? At the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of Ruthless Aggression, I think the first person introduced was Cena in tights with his little spiky hair. It was
Yeah.
like a lot of people were
Yeah,
probably like, I don't
What
know
was
if this
that?
is gonna work.
1999 or 2000, I think.
I was
I think
2002
03
or
wasn't it 03.
3. Yeah, like late 2 or '03.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like one of those that was like, will this work? Again, like from the old school to the new generation in the '90s. Who's this small guy, Bret Hart? Who's this small guy, Shawn Michaels? Is this
Yeah, and
gonna
then you
work?
say that out
You
loud
know,
now and it sounds funny.
yeah. So
Yeah,
You
like
never
right now,
know. This is me thinking with an open mind, you
yeah.
know?
So
yeah,
like I caught myself like I was like, Breaker, is that gonna like work? And then it's like, give it time. We don't know. Like,
yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I
Because
mean?
the
So
name Braun Breaker sounds very generic to me. Like that's like something
oh
you come
yeah,
up with when
So
you're
did
thinking of
Shawn Michaels, though,
yeah.
yeah,
That's a name.
yeah, yeah. But
and
it hasn't
John
really like
Cena.
that is true. But
Yeah.
it's to me personally, it hasn't like officially like stuck to me yet. The
I
gimmick,
feel
his
you.
wrestling style is cool. I admit, like he is a definitely 100% a future star without a doubt. But the name does not ring like doesn't sound like a star yet.
Yeah, I don't know why they
And
didn't just put Steiner on it and call
that's
it
what I
a
was
day.
thinking too. Like they could have just they had a
And even
name
that
for him.
Ron
It was
Steiner,
Rex. It was
it's
Rex
fine.
Steiner.
Rex Steiner is
Yeah,
fine. That's even
Rex
a
Steiner.
better wrestling name than Ron
Exactly.
Breaker. You know what I mean?
For real.
Like it makes sense. But yeah,
And
like
it
you
sounds
just
more badass too than
it's
just Braun Breaker.
yeah, facts. It's just weird the way that they just transition and everything, and like like Gina said, I think they just try to clean everything out and try brand new. But they're
What's that
doing it in
quote saying?
such
Like out with the
and
in
with the
or something
new.
in with the new. Yeah,
But
something like that. I said
also
it wrong probably.
but also I there's that quote like out with the old, in with the
Old.
new, but then there's
Yeah,
also like why fix something that's not broken? You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It don't.
NXT was killing
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Why do such a transition to something that was actually working? Yeah, you lost a ratings war. You know what I mean? But also it's a new company. Everybody wants to see what's happening. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
of course you were gonna lose. And then you moved it to Tuesdays and you did your thing. You was still killing it in the ratings, and then all of a sudden you were just like, yeah, nah, this ain't working. We gotta switch everything up. It was just weird the way they went about it. Not weird that they're trying to give us a brand new um like a brand new programming, but it was just weird the way they did it. Just kind of want you to be like, forget about the black and gold brand, forget about the black and gold brand. We're gonna get rid of everybody from the black and gold brand so that you do forget about the black. You know what I mean? Like it's like you didn't need to do all that.
yeah. Like that was like all. Like I said before, like the there's a lot of behind the scenes things that we don't even see. Like that doesn't bother anybody. Why is that bothering? Like I said, we don't know about it. They had a tryout like last month, but if I think it was like posted all over social media. But then other than that, we wouldn't have known.
Yeah,
Like we don't know what they're doing, we didn't know where they're going and stuff like that. William Regal and Samoa Joe played a huge part when a lot of these people were signed. Like they were the ones that
Yeah.
brought in these talent that we see today.
Yeah,
Like
you're
they
right.
were even with the new NXT,
yeah.
like, they were the ones that brought them in. So I don't understand why they are now, the ones that are leaving and the ones that have to go to get rid of.
Yeah,
But
it's just,
it
I
does not
guess
make sense at all. Like
I
for real.
guess just Vince wants his guys in there. You know what I
Like who
mean?
else is he gonna bring in? Like there's all the main roster people that are not doing a great job right now.
Not like all the guys that are with him on Raw and SmackDown writing and stuff
Yeah.
and backstage,
Yep.
like a Bruce Pritchard and stuff. He wants his guys in there, not Triple H's guys.
Hmm.
Look at
Yeah.
what Triple H's guys did. They lost a rating war. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's what he's gonna use against them.
Yeah. NXT didn't need the revamp.
It didn't.
It was the main,
WWE did though.
yeah,
Like
the
the
main
regular
roster.
Raw and SmackDown
Yeah. Yup.
rosters did. Not
I
the
I think they messed it up. Well, I've been
what they
saying this
should
for
have did
what's
was
up?
move people up from NXT and revamp NXT with new people then, and then drop who they're not using on SmackDown and Raw because there are so many people that they could cut and let them go to AEW or Impact or New Japan or all of these other places, and they're just holding them hostage.
Yeah,
So
that
there's
is
just
very
I would
true.
have done things very, very, very differently.
Exactly. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to go to the main roster, and I get that, but at least it's something that they'd rather do that than just be completely part of a brand new
Yeah,
revamp that's nothing that involves a whole bunch of younger people. I get
exactly.
like some people want to stay to help people improve and like be like the veteran of the company, but because like the original NXT when it was first developmental, like it had a mixture of main roster people at that time. Like a lot of people during that NXT was part of the main roster. You wouldn't
Mhm.
believe me if I said Randy Orton was on NXT helping out with them for a little bit. Kofi Kingston was on there. John Cena was on there. Well, CM Punk was on there at one point, helping out Seth Rollins.
Mhm.
And that's how I saw it when it first happened. But like now they're just cutting everybody.
But
And
they're
it's like
also doing that now. Also, as you see, Matt Riddle came down to be in the
true.
six
AJ
man tag.
Styles.
AJ Styles has come down. Mandy Rose came down, even though they probably sat her down. You know what I mean? That was the same
Yeah.
way that they probably sat a lot of people down, because there was a point that Tyson Kidd was fighting for the world title on NXT, and before that he was a tag champ. And then right after that, once he got called up again, that's when he tagged with Cesaro and won the
Yeah.
championships again. So like you could do that, call people down that you're not using on the main roster and let them develop more on NXT.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
There's a
you're
lot of
right.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, this I don't even know how the AJ Styles thing started. I think it started on social media, but then
Oh,
like I
don't
think,
even. Yeah, yeah.
but
They were like,
I
did you
get
see
why.
Twitter? The fuck?
Yeah,
No, I did not.
I didn't even know AJ Styles was on Twitter. I don't even follow him. But like, apparently, I kind of like the way they're using it and taking advantage of that because I think he appeared. Waller appeared on Raw once,
Yeah,
like last week or 2 weeks ago. So
I'm still not sold on this kid.
yeah, me neither. I'm not
I,
sold
ju-
on him yet.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I think it's
Ever
like he's
like
trying
ever
too
since
hard
yeah,
with.
I feel that also, because I said the same thing at the War Games. I was like, this is like over exaggeration. Like he doesn't need to
Thank
be
you,
doing
thank you,
this.
thank you.
I think that's
That's what
what
I
it
was
is
saying.
about him. It has to be it because I don't know. I'm not feeling it with him. I don't know.
Exaggeration starts to fade. I will always say that.
Oh, great one.
It always
Yeah,
does. Because whenever anybody starts, it's always over exaggerated. And I can even use Cena as an example. But first he came out in his little tights and there was no real personality other than his like little, how he is. But then he came out
How
with
he is.
Thugonomics. Thugonomics, the prime example of over exaggeration. And people ate that shit up and some people despised it, but it made John Cena. And then it ended up making John Cena who he is now. So when I agree with you where I see the exaggeration, but it'll fade and he'll grow into himself. It's like puberty for wrestlers.
yeah.
It's
I,
like
feel you.
character puberty. That's what I call it.
I didn't even think about it that way. Wow.
That is true.
Yeah.
We'll see Gina, but I don't know about him. I don't know
Yeah.
if I could ever be sold on this guy.
Because at first
Hopefully he proves me wrong.
We never know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never know. But I don't know. It just
Because at first it was like he was trying, like I think I mentioned once before too. It was like he's trying to be that social media influencer type of guy, and it's like
yeah.
I
that's not it.
guarantee
Yeah,
you that personality and that character is going to fade, and they're going to give him a legitimate person. It'll come.
and it's probably gonna be like it's
Yeah.
probably gonna bounce back in the future. Be like, oh, remember when he was this at one point?
Yeah,
and like,
absolutely.
Hopefully,
Like
yeah.
the Miz was embarrassing when he started.
yeah,
Miz.
Think
yeah,
about it. The Miz was basically him.
What a
yeah.
guy.
He was an
About it.
arrogant, like supposedly
When
chick
Miz
nugget.
came, he was arrogant. He was full of himself. Took pictures of himself. He was that guy. He was.
Yeah.
I'm awesome. But that was a little bit later, obviously. But when the Miz started, he literally just came from reality TV.
Yeah, with
He
the
is
mohawk. Yeah.
basically what he is now to our generation. So think about it. He could potentially be a new Miz. And Miz is leaving. I guarantee you he's leaving by the end of this year, that he's going to retire. So think about it. They're bringing a new arrogant sucker into the mix now because they need one.
I think Gina's
I
onto
don't
something
know.
here. I think she knows what.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I agree with you. I think he's annoying.
She
But
might be on. I don't
think
know.
they're
It's
gonna-
not even that I think he's annoying. I just think I'm not interested when he's on TV. Like he doesn't capture me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some new guys that are on 2.0 that are actually like entertaining. And I'm like, okay, this is going well. And him, he's just like, and they're putting him in all these big spots. And I'm like,
Why
I don't
him?
get
though?
it.
Like,
Yeah, I don't get it.
I would have rather that Tony D'Angelo guy because he's actually capturing me really well. And he's in the ring.
Exactly.
That would have been a perfect guy to call out AJ Styles. But then Waller is like, again, he's like, he's doing a great job getting people to hate him, but it's like, it's not all there yet. There's something he's missing that's like, he's arrogant, yes. He's annoying, yes. But like, there's something missing about this guy that's not fully making me want to hate him right now.
Yeah,
It's like,
hopefully,
fix him
like
up a
Gina
little more.
says, it changes up and he grows on us. But
I
right
said
now,
character puberty.
yeah, hopefully he does. I even like what's his name, Wagner. I like Wagner. He's nice.
Yeah.
I'd rather
needs some
him
work.
be in a bigger spot.
Like I'll give you an example of what I mean too. Like I'll give you something like Ricochet. I think Ricochet is so boring, no matter what. I find him so. Even from when he started to now, there was no personality. There was no over exaggeration for him. He just literally showed up. There was no kind of like or hate for him. And now look where he is. Whereas this person has people talking about him, even though you're saying, I don't know how I feel about him. A lot of people are saying the same thing, but there's talk. They're very smart. The character is smart. Because then if he starts developing forward, people are already talking about him and there's going to be room for a storyline. Whereas someone like Ricochet comes in, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
It's an exact, they do it purposely. I'm telling you.
I feel you. I just don't know. I don't know about this guy. To be honest, when he's on TV, I just zone out. I'm
You
just
just
like,
mute it. You just
nah. The ratings probably go down on my like. I just
So funny.
what's going on on the basketball game or hockey game. Let's see what's going on. That's what it is. It's just like
it's Tuesday again. It's Tuesday.
like,
Thought it was.
I don't know.
Like-
Hopefully he proves me wrong and makes me care about him. But I don't get it with him. And I've heard people say I love him, and it's just like,
yeah. I just think
give
that
me
he
a
needs
reason.
I think he just needs like
it's like-
something to add on to him that can be like, the Miz had the awesome thing going on
I
with
think
him saying he's awesome.
I think
He needs like some
valet.
like he needs like a catchphrase or something to tag along
Bailey
with
was
him.
annoying when she started.
I mean, yeah, she was meant for like I think she was more of like a
Annoying.
child's type
Wait,
of
who was
Bailey.
Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
But she was meant for like to be with like a younger audience.
Still though, she was
Right,
annoying.
yeah.
To
So
be honest,
annoying and
I
exaggerated.
always loved Bailey. To be honest, I've
Yeah,
always loved
me too.
Bailey.
I
I've
could
always
not.
liked
That's a prime example of like how you feel about him is how I feel about Bailey.
I think
What?
I think for me it was
Could
Sasha
not
at first.
stand her. I thought she was so annoying. She came out with her "I'm a hugger" thing and all that, and I was like, "Please kill me."
But it got people over though. It got a lot of people behind her.
I hated it.
I loved it because it was so corny. I was like,
yeah, I think that was like,
I said this is gonna stick on people because I'm a hugger. It's gonna stick on people.
Yeah,
I was so annoyed.
I think what got her over specifically, I think she had like a moment with AJ Lee, where I think AJ wore like a shirt of hers on Raw, and then it got a lot of people talking about it, and then from there it just became bigger and bigger for Bailey. I think again, Waller's like doing. You said before, like you got people talking, but I think there's got to be something that really gets them talking. Like, okay, he's legit. Like Breaker was beating Ciampa, that was something.
Well, maybe that's why he's giving him AJ. Maybe AJ's the one that's supposed to like solidify him as the NXT star.
Yeah,
maybe AJ will bring out something of him in the ring that will make me care about him. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they put on a great match. I'm like, yo, this guy can work. This guy is gonna be a star. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully it happens. We'll just wait and see. Everybody starts out that way. Like Gina says, you really don't know how it's gonna end up.
Yeah, New Year's Evil was not that bad this year. Honestly, I was expecting not much, but then it was actually not that bad.
Yeah, I actually thought the AJ match was this week.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I was pretty tight. It wasn't because I was like, "Come on, you got me to tune in and then played me like that? Are you kidding me?"
You could just tweet them out like, "Oh, NXT, I'm not really."
You got me.
Yeah. But yeah, it was not that bad this year.
It was a nice show. How about Monday night though?
What happened Monday night? You gotta remind me. I don't.
The main event.
What was the main event?
Main event was the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, Lashley winning. Yeah, Lashley winning.
Lashley.
Speaking of that topic,
Gina, how you feeling about it?
Gina, go on your man, Gina.
Yeah, you weren't here when we talked about when we did the post show.
Yeah, we got to talk. What are your thoughts on Brock winning and now Lashley facing the Rumble? What are your thoughts on this? Go on your rant. I know you got a rant coming.
Brock Lesnar.
I love Brock Lesnar, as we know. On the channel, we know that Gina is the biggest Brock Lesnar stan on the entire face of the planet. Brock Lesnar winning was like the highlight of my entire 2021 into 2022.
Talk your shit, Gina. Talk your shit.
I was so happy. Cool. I was like, oh my God. I didn't see it coming. I wanted it to happen, but I didn't see it coming. I thought they were going to be like Tribal Chief for the rest of our lives, but it didn't happen. So, I'm really excited about it. However, the whole Lashley thing now, I wanted to see something a little different because I feel like this is just going to keep happening. Like Lashley facing off against somebody else. It's always Lashley, Roman, Brock. And I don't mind Brock ever. This is me being very biased, but I would love to see somebody new in the mix. That's kind of where I stand on it. Like, I'm tired of seeing the same couple people. I want to see someone new coming up and being on the road to WrestleMania and trying to take the belt. I want to see a new face in the mix because we've had the same 3 people for 2 years now. So
I feel you on that.
But Brock winning, Kudos, WWE. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
so happy. Oh my god. His crazy ass with his little farmer get up going now.
Yeah.
I love you,
I love
Brock
it.
Lesnar. If you ever listen to this for any reason by accident,
Stumbles across it. Yeah.
That was
I
across
love
the
you
link by
so
mistake.
much.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, Ring Fanatics. They're talking about me right now. Yeah. But yeah. Do you think Lashley's gonna win it? Do you think that's like setting something up at least?
Are
Or
you
I hope not.
I know Joel. Say your thing, Joel. I know you got something on
Bobby
your mind.
Lashley is winning at the Royal Rumble, and Roman Reigns is gonna cost Brock Lesnar the match to set up
Yeah.
Brock versus Roman at Mania, where Brock Lesnar dethrones the Tribal Chief.
Ooh. Or do you think they're gonna have Brock win at Rumble and unify the belts? Do y'all think that's a
I
possibility?
I
want them
hope
to
not.
unify belts.
Do you think it's?
I hope not.
No,
I don't
I
know.
hope not.
I don't know because
It makes no sense to do it.
then why would they bring? I thought that the reason
A
why they gave it to Brock.
transition. They didn't want. I don't even know because he really pinned Biggie, so I don't really know. But I guess they just wanted to get the belt to Lashley somehow, but keep everybody else strong. Because if they lose to Lesnar, it's not really a bury, because it's justified. He's the beast. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
ended the streak. He's done all this stuff. So if you lose to Brock, it's really like no big deal.
It's
Like I
not-
saw everybody,
yeah,
like I saw everybody
yeah.
complaining about Biggie losing. I get it. It was a short reign, and they treated him not that greatly, but they had him get pinned by Brock so that he doesn't lose as much as momentum, so you could still say, "Oh, he's in the title picture."
Do you
You
think
know what I
Big
mean?
E is
So that he
getting
stays-
another shot now? Do you think Big E is getting another shot now?
Not for a while. I would love for Bobby to win the title, and then maybe Biggie win the Rumble, or even
That would
better
be cool.
yet,
See, that's
or-
cool to me.
or
Yeah.
better yet, give it to the King, baby.
That's
That'd
what
be
you
dope.
went. You go in my mind, man. You got in my mind.
I think that would be
That was-
cool. I don't know. Give Xavier
Yeah,
a
give Xavier
shot.
the Rumble.
Give him a
Yeah,
shot,
that-
man.
you know, who knows? It might change for me. Like when it's time to
That's
talk
what
about
I'm,
Rumble
I agree
more.
with that. I need
Yeah.
a new face in the mix for a championship. I'm tired. Like I said, it's the same people
Yeah.
over and over again.
I would like for it to be somebody in the New Day or Big E specifically if
Yeah.
Lashley wins, or like Jaden says, call them up. If Champ is staying, have him win the Rumble.
Yeah.
He has
Like
enough.
if
He has enough resume. You know what I mean? It's not like he's a
Just
nobody.
Like if they want him to stay, just be like, "Yo, we'll give it the Rumble if you stay." Like with the Rumble.
Yeah.
You
Or
just get a
maybe
major plot twist where like Roman wins and then The Rock shows up and they have a match at WrestleMania instead.
Man,
I,
that's the
I
biggest
would,
part.
I still would love to see Brock versus Rock, and then
Thank
have
you.
Roman jump in and fucking
Yeah.
fuck up the
Thank-
match. But okay. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just
Let's
thought
do it. Fantasy book, baby. Let's do it.
You have let's say you got Brock versus Rock, right? Like Rock shows
Yeah.
up in the Royal Rumble or something crazy, right? And you got Brock versus Rock at WrestleMania. You got a WrestleMania match. You got the Tribal Chief and the Usos behind him, right? Like
Yeah.
in his corner, basically. Like I'm the Rock. Okay, Brock versus Rock. Brock is winning, but then the Rock wins because the Usos or Roman or somebody interferes and helps the Rock win. The Rock gets pissed because the Rock doesn't need help, and then you got a feud in the bloodline.
Oh.
Family ties right there.
I like that.
Family.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
I like
This is
that
dope.
because you could even have that match at Mania, like
Mhm.
the Brock and Rock, and either have it build up
And
to
then you could have
SummerSlam,
Roman Rock at Survivor Series or SummerSlam.
or if you really want to drag it, which Vince would love to get every penny that he could out of them, do a Cena and Rock thing, a year in the making. Have it not be announced, but have the seed planted that night with
Yep.
getting Rock and Roman the next year at the main event.
Tell me Rock and Roman and a feud in the bloodline wouldn't be fucking fantastic. And
Maybe
you can
that's-
take a step further
yeah.
and have the Usos pick sides and have them split up and go against each other for a little while.
Maybe that's how this year's Mania ends. Maybe you just see Rock and Roman at the end of this year's WrestleMania and just don't mention it. Be like, oh, Rock was there. He went eye to eye with Roman.
Yeah.
Then it just comes a thing where like we get teases of The Rock within the next couple of weeks. Like, is he going to show up on SmackDown? Is he not going to show up? That just plants the seeds from there. Like we know it's happening. He saw the face to face.
Yeah.
It
Tell
could
me that
happen
wouldn't
next
be
year.
sick, though. Tell me
Nah,
that wouldn't
that's
be
a
fucking
fact.
sick. If you split up the bloodline and had a feud all on their own, Like I said, even splitting up the Usos, even that little detail of having one Uso go with The Rock and one with Roman and taking sides and having like a heel, like everyone's bad basically in the bloodline. Then there's no baby face, there's no face anymore.
Yeah,
Everyone's the heel. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we finally get Jimmy and Jay at Mania, baby.
Thank you.
Let's go.
There we go.
Exactly.
Put the IC title on the line. Put the IC title on the line. Give them one of the championship.
Put a title on one of them. No, that would be lit.
Against each other wouldn't go fucking crazy.
That would. I would definitely want to see that. But I do agree with the Xavier Woods Rumble part. Only if Brock retains though. I would want to see him face Brock, not Bobby.
You wanted to face Brock?
There's every king needs to slay a beast. Boom. I said it right there.
I
said it. Every king needs to slay a beast.
Yes, though. He needs to build up way more before he gets to that point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like the whole entire
build Brock down like in the next couple months just isn't gonna happen.
But I don't know. Maybe he won't win. Maybe he won't win a Mania. But I think that would be like the great tagline. Like, oh, the king is gonna slay the beast, and then you build him up to be like, okay, now he probably got to win over like Sheamus, or win over every big guy they have, McIntyre or something. Yeah,
literally Mortal Kombat to WWE.
Like level 2 is somebody, level 3. Then the final level, the final boss is Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship, because he technically is a free agent. So he can defend it against a SmackDown star, technically.
Yeah.
That I wonder how they're gonna do that, because if they're gonna have Brock, who's a free agent that can go to both shows and defend it against on both brands, then they must have a plan for something. You know what I mean? They're not gonna keep Brock on Raw for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
They're not gonna, he's probably gonna feud with everybody. That's why I thought Roman was gonna be out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe, we did. Because he had leukemia, his whole illness, COVID obviously might affect him more than others. That's why I was worried. Now he's coming back Friday, tomorrow, whenever this is coming out. He's coming out already.
Yeah. All of a sudden now he's medically cleared.
Yeah. Like I said before we recorded, like he might have had COVID way before Christmas or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he's fine now, but. Was day 1 this past Saturday?
Yeah.
I feel like, okay. So, I found that awfully quick, like how he got over COVID. But, like you said, maybe he wasn't negative by then.
He's been positive for a while. And then maybe he was negative by day 1, but they were like, yo, just take another week.
That's why I thought they put the belt on Brock. Like, maybe
he was going to be out for a while. Yeah. And then you have him jump back and forth. It would make sense.
Because it wouldn't make sense to have SmackDown have no world champion.
That's what I'm saying. Bobby has to win at Rumble, because it makes no sense to have Brock as champion if he's in the storyline with Roman, unless they do the fucking.
That's what I'm worried about, the unification thing.
I don't want that at all. Because then it makes no sense about the draft or anything. Basically, you just shit on the draft.
There should
unifying the belt. You know what I mean? It just makes no sense. Because now your champion gotta be on both shows.
Yeah, that's annoying too. Because you would see the same person over and over again.
You know how much other travel they got to be on, like every single. That'd be insane.
If Brock is champion, they have
a whole lot of work just to be annoyed.
Yeah.
And you don't want Brock to be annoying either. You don't want the annoying Brock Lesnar where you see him every time. Like, not that I'm ever annoyed by him. However.
That's what makes Brock special, though. He just shows
up
randomly.
Exactly.
It's not
unexpected. Destroys shit and leaves. Like
wreck everyone and leave.
He's not there every week.
Yeah,
and that's what makes it special when he does come.
He's a spectacle, and when he shows up, it's a privilege.
Yep, and that's why. Yep, and that's why I feel like he made the title important, even though people hated that he was the champ and he wasn't defending it every pay-per-view, but he would defend it at all the big ones. And when he was there, that pop would be crazy. The ratings would go crazy because Brock Lesnar was showing up. When Drew McIntyre was there every single week, he won at Mania. By Money in the Bank, I was tired of him being champion because I saw him every week.
There was no crowd, though, to be fair.
thing. No,
Yeah.
don't give me the crowd shit.
They need to start doing that where they don't have the champion on every week, where the champion just kind of shows up.
Yeah.
Because if you're already champion, what do you got to be there every week for then?
Exactly.
What are you showing up for? You're already champion. You're waiting for someone else to fight you now.
Like Roman had we haven't seen Roman, like I think it wasn't the last 2 episodes of SmackDown, but lately he's been like every so often now he's been showing up at SmackDown.
And they should do that for everybody though.
Yeah, but before that he was like on like he would always be the first person on SmackDown. Like as soon as SmackDown started, he would be the first one out there.
Yeah.
And I found that really odd, but I'm liking now that they kind of like, I mean, I know he had COVID, but like I recently before that, you would see him like not every week now. It's just Jimmy and Jay or Paul Heyman doing the things for him.
Or you would see a backstage segment with him. You didn't actually see him in the ring in front of a crowd. You know what I mean? You would see him for 2 minutes. He wasn't cutting a 15-minute promo at the beginning of SmackDown. He had a 2-minute, 3-minute block that him and Paul Heyman or him and the Usos were talking, and then that was it. Maybe a run-in at the end of the show, but that was it. So you didn't. Right now, we're still Roman's champ. You know what I mean? It is not really. Well, Roman Reigns is champion. It's a difference. You know what I mean? Like Brock is champ. Then him being there every week is like, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's gonna be on Raw again. It's not really that special.
Do you want him to be on both shows every week?
No.
Is that the? I have a feeling that might do that now. I think he's gonna be on SmackDown tonight or tomorrow, whatever. Friday.
Yeah, but that's also like just to bring a little bit to the ratings. Of the new year. But I think starting, I think he'll be at every Raw building up the Royal Rumble. I don't think he'll be at every SmackDown.
Yeah, that is true. I think they just put him on SmackDown because maybe they didn't know if Roman was gonna be there.
Yeah.
But I think there's like you said like before, like I don't think they're gonna exclude this, like just randomly scrap this feud between Roman.
No.
This match has to happen eventually.
Yeah.
And if he's not like, if he retains at the Rumble, then it's most likely going to be a unification match. It's most likely.
Probably.
You want me to throw this laptop across the room, don't you? Don't you dare.
No, that's a prediction. I don't know.
It's not happening.
Don't manifest.
It's not happening, Nick.
I don't want to jinx it.
Oh my goodness. That would be so. Oh my god, that would be disgusting. You know what would be cool though? Have
the world title back.
Have it something like New Japan, man. Do something that now that it's 2 days, have the Universal Champion championship match happen on day 2, right? He fights whoever wins night 1 between the winner of the Royal Rumble and Brock. Whoever wins that faces Roman. And then you do a unification if you want the unification that much.
Mm-hmm.
Or you do just a champion versus champion, no belt on the line, and have them both fight back-on-back days.
Or you could just have
you get the Brock and Roman, but don't put any of the titles on the line. It's just a battle of the brands or whatever.
Or you just have like a title versus title on both titles on the line. The second night and the first night, it's like Brock versus Rumble winner, and the winner obviously like Brock loses the first night, and then Brock just happens to win the Universal Championship. I mean,
the only thing that's tough with that, like you have to have Roman be in a storyline with both of the people, because if it's just some you know,
that'll make it interesting though. That'll make it more interesting.
I guess because if you just get some random person that has no history with Roman to win the Rumble, but has history with Brock, it's like Brock
that wins the Rumble.
Yeah.
The Rock.
That would be lit.
Ooh, Rock versus Brock.
Brock versus Rock, and then whoever wins fights Roman. Oh my god.
Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Can you imagine the ratings for that?
No,
I should be a fucking writer.
Dude, the tickets will sell out by the next day.
You crazy, but that's too smart for WWE to do. You know they always gotta do some stupid shit that makes no sense.
It's probably gonna be like a triple threat with somebody who's not even
like
involved.
Sheamus.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Imagine a Sheamus in there.
Oh my god!
Don't even mention Sheamus around Joel. He does not like Sheamus either.
Oh my god, Sheamus! I'm all people. Oh my gosh!
Imagine what if Sheamus wins the Rumble? How mad would you be? Would you
be tight.
break everything in your house?
What sense would that even make?
I know. I'm just saying. Like, what if he wins the Rumble with no Joel?
He does it for McIntyre. He has to avenge McIntyre's loss.
Oh,
That would be
moan.
disgusting. Ah,
Then he challenges for like the Intercontinental Championship instead of the Universal.
yo, I've always wanted somebody to do something stupid like that. Like, oh, I
You
won
get
the
it.
Royal Rumble. I get any title match.
Something stupid like Goldberg is gonna win again or shit.
God,
Yo,
No,
Goldberg.
Joel, I love you so much.
Goldberg is crazy. Yo, he does have one more match left on his
No.
contract.
He does.
He has one more match.
He
If
does.
I just jinxed
But it wouldn't be the Rumble
Goldberg
though. It
wins
wouldn't be the Rumble.
I am.
If he has one match, that will count as the last match, and you can't fight it.
No, it doesn't count. Doesn't count. It's not really a match.
If I just accidentally
comes out at
jinxed it and
30, it doesn't
Goldberg is
count.
the person that wins, I swear to God, I'm gonna end it all.
Oh my
we
god!
got Goldberg versus Rock face off. You think the
Ew.
Rock's gonna win, and Goldberg
Nope.
just throws him out, and be like, "Yo, the plot twist of the century."
Jesus. Put me in a writer's room.
Goldberg.
Like he comes out bleeding from his forehead, like he always does every time he enters the ring.
Yo, oh my god.
Like imagine the last three is like Goldberg, like Sheamus, and like Brock Lesnar if he loses the championship before the match.
Oh no.
That's like Joel's like worst nightmare right there. I know he's like, why did he say that?
Yo.
Why did he say that? He's like, what?
You could
I'm like that TikTok sound right now where it's like boo, tomato, 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 boo, and then like throwing tomatoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's literally me right now.
That's a disgusting last story. That's
Yeah.
horrible. Wow. I'm telling Biggie gotta be in the last story.
Yeah. I think
Oh yeah.
He
Okay.
has to be in the
I
last
think
story.
so.
Imagine we see like the one thing I wanted to see desperately. I thought about this when the Shield were still together. If they were like together when they were still a faction, they were the last two in the Rumble match.
Yeah.
Imagine how crazy that would have been. That's what I'm thinking about the New Day right now. Like,
That
imagine the New Day with the last
Oh,
three.
see, that would be kind of cool actually. If you
Yeah.
had like a New Day in the Rumble and they all had to face off.
That would be dope.
That'd be pretty sick.
I would give it to Xavier.
He turns heel. God, he's the king. He's the most likely one to turn
I've been
heel.
waiting for him to turn heel. We talked about
Yeah.
this a while ago
Yeah.
in one of the other episodes, him
And-
being heel, and I think that'd be really cool to see him heel.
I think he has that arrogance that he could do
He
that.
does.
could
He
do it.
It
does.
would work. And I think you put him against Roman. And I think he could
Woo!
I think he could beat Roman.
And
I like
that's when Roman would turn babyface. We talked about that too for a while. Roman as a babyface, this is the perfect time to do so.
Yeah, but
No more
you
Paul.
have them all turn heel. Even though he turned on the New Day, they come back and they're like, yo, when we were going through our stuff, you were behind us. We're behind you.
Like,
Even
we're
though you
boys
did
forever.
throw us out of the Royal Rumble, we got you back. And then
Yeah.
that's how you get heel New Day versus babyface Usos for the tag champs. And then you get heel Woods versus babyface Roman.
Damn.
That'd be sick.
That's something that would not be in my 2022 bingo card right there.
And he pins Roman Reigns.
Clean. Not even
Clean!
clean.
We have to
Clean!
come back to this episode at the end of 2022. And
Yeah.
if any of the
Yeah.
shit we said in this episode happened, they owe us so much fucking money. Because there's no way they came up with it on their own.
Because these are such great ideas. Oh my goodness.
Let,
Like, I
us
swear to God.
let's just pitch the whole entire year of the card.
Oh
I'm just
my-
going to
Like
send
money,
this audio.
money in
to
the bank.
writers.
that was like on Sunday, not Sunday, Saturday when we did the post show. I pitched one of the Usos winning the belts after a tournament or some shit. We just be throwing shit out there.
Yeah,
Maybe
we just-
it works,
yeah.
maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, you're right.
But I think heel New Day versus babyface, like heel
That's a
bloodline,
flip.
but they
A
start
cool one.
turning and you feel bad for them. You're like,
Yeah.
yo, the New Day's really violent. You know what I mean? You start seeing
I
them
want
as
to see Bully New
babyfaces.
Day. It's like Bully Maguire, but like wrestling.
Yo,
Yeah. Bully Maguire.
yo, I'm telling you, you just have Woods just jump people backstage. And it's just like, this isn't them. This isn't New
Yeah.
Day.
They're like Venom New Day. They're just
Yeah,
like,
I think that would be dope.
Yeah, like Eddie Brock is like just
exactly.
Eddie Brock just does not
Yo.
care about anything. And then for real, does not give a fuck. Now, that's what I was like. I'm hoping for a heel Xavier at some point. Like I
That'd
feel
be
that's
dope.
gonna happen.
I agree with that. I think
Like
it
this-
could happen this year. For sure.
Yeah, Because I think you can love Xavier, like all people can want, but then I think the heel version of a king, the arrogant, because arrogance and being
I
a
mean, we had
king
Baron Corbin
together.
at some point too. That was doing
Yeah,
the arrogant king thing, but I think that he was more gimmicky. Where Xavier Woods has it
it's just
to a
himself.
point where he could just pull it off and make it like a legit heel that'll go down as like a better heel in the WWE roster, rather than just being Corbin, where you're like you're so annoying, go home.
Yeah,
So I agree with that for sure.
I like Corbin.
Yeah, I mean, this happy thing does not fit well for me. So for some reason,
Not,
still,
My
not
favorite
doesn't.
Corbin was Pathetic Corbin because I didn't like Baron
yes,
Corbin. So I was like, this is hilarious to me.
yeah, and
I
he
don't like
made you
Baron
feel bad.
I
Corbin.
didn't like, I don't know. I
You
don't know.
you didn't like that Corbin?
No.
You didn't like that Corbin, Joel?
I
It was
just didn't,
alright.
I just never liked it. Period.
I always liked Corbin, so I always thought he should have been a champion.
Yeah, they kind
I
of
always
messed up with the failed cash in years ago. That
yeah,
was
I
that was
Yeah.
always
dumb.
like I always thought like the lone wolf. I think that was cool, right? The lone wolf. That's what he calls
Yeah,
himself.
that
Like,
was something
dope.
different. That was
Like
what
it
it
was
was.
cool. Even when he got called up, it was like a lot of momentum behind him, and then just
His first win was the Battle
nothing.
Royal at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Forgot which one that was in,
which
but it
was
was
random. 32.
yeah.
I only know that because I
You were
was
there?
there. I was just like, that Baron Corbin left?
Yeah.
'Cause it was just
Didn't he eliminate Kane? Didn't he eliminate Kane? That was
yeah,
the
it was
last.
just a bunch of random people. Like Tatanka was in there. I was like,
Wasn't the one
what?
that was Shaq was in? Wasn't Shaq in
Yeah,
that?
because
Yeah.
they didn't give nobody entrances but Shaq. They just had everybody walk to the ring, and it was like you were trying to
Who
count
was that?
people out. Like
Yeah.
who? And then what caught me was just Tatanka, because I was like,
Yeah, he
why is
stood
he
out.
here? Why is he even in this? And then you didn't notice Corbin until he was like the last four. When the ring started emptying, and you were like, "Oh shit,
Is that Baron Corbin?
yeah!" It was like, "Oh shit, that's Corbin." And then ever since then, I was like, "Yo, this guy's dope." But they never really gave him like a title shot till the Money in the Bank, and then they messed that up.
Yeah.
It was
That I think that's what made him more of like a not comedic, but less of like that where
take
people
it
didn't care.
serious. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like Baron
because
Corbin.
I remember didn't John Cena mess up his cash in or something like that? That kind of like
Yeah, I
yeah.
believe so.
So then that's what didn't take it serious for most people. I think it's like, oh, you just ruined his cash up because someone interfered. Now everyone's gonna take him serious now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, great,
Messing up
there goes one
Corbin for the
person.
rest of us, man.
Yeah, that is not well. That was not well.
No, it was
Question,
bad. It was
question
against
though.
gender too. Like,
Yeah, that was a gender match, which was
uh,
surprising. Question though,
yeah, shout out to
kind of
gender.
off topic. Kind of off topic a little bit.
I was waiting for it. Joel just shout out to Jinder.
Yo, his title run was lit.
It was. People hate on it.
Nobody saw it coming, and it was just like,
People hated on it. I was like, why'd you hate? Like, he did a great job running as a champion.
yeah,
Like,
it was one of those shocking moments, like in the last couple of years, that was just like, gender, like what the fuck?
out of all people,
Of
Of
Jinder
all
won.
people,
If you'd have told me in 2015 that Jinder would be WWE champion, I'd be like, no, that's not happening.
what? And then they
You know
brought
who I
back the
miss? Like it's so random. I don't know why I just thought of this. I have no clue. I miss Alberto Del Rio. I thought he was so fucking fun.
He was
Like,
cool. He was.
I
did
miss
that
him
first.
so much. He used to show up every week with his cool ass cars.
Yeah.
And he used to be so annoying and so arrogant. You want to
His
talk about an
personal ring
arrogant
announcer.
heel that played a king? Fucking
yeah,
Alberto
He had his
Del
own
Rio.
ring
You remember when he won
announcer.
the Rumble?
Ricardo.
Yeah,
my friend
that- yeah,
Ricardo. Shout out
Ricardo.
to him.
Do you remember when he
What a
won the Rumble? That's why I was thinking.
Yeah.
about it. That was one of
Yeah.
my favorite ones, and a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was so fucking cool. I
Yeah.
loved Alberto.
No,
I
yeah,
thought he was so
definitely.
fucking cool.
That was the 40 person one, right? That was the
Yeah.
one where it was 40 people. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Then he eliminated Santino out of all people. Everyone
40.
was behind Santino. I was like, damn, Santino's winning this. And then
that was scary. Santino.
yeah, I got scared too. Let me tell you, I was like, there's no way Santino's winning this right now. There's no way.
That was such a good era. That whole
But it
era
was,
with
it was.
Santino, R-Truth, Alberto
Yo.
Del Rio.
Now that we're talking about people that were underrated, I was thinking about this today. The most underrated tag team who didn't really get to shine like their full potential was such a random tag team that was just put together. But Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
They did have belts.
Yeah, but it wasn't they were together for like
it
a
wasn't
year.
long-lived.
Yeah.
They were together for a year. I think they had the belts for like 4 or 5 months. But I think they're a tag team. Like if they would have kept them together, they would still be together. Like they were just running shit together. Like,
That era of tag team is my favorite too, as of recent.
oh
Because
yeah,
at that time you had the Lucha Dragons, you had the Ascension, you
I was
had
yeah,
Vaudevillains, Enzo and Cass.
I was just gonna say there's a match, WrestleMania 31. I think it was on the pre-show, and it's like a 4-way tag match. I think it was the match of the night at WrestleMania 31.
Really,
It was
the
Tyson Kidd and
pre-show, man.
Cesaro versus the Usos versus I think the heel New Day versus
Oh,
Los Matadors. I believe that was the lineup. But I
let me
always
check.
like I don't know why I was thinking
Wow.
about that today, but I was like they were such an underrated tag team. Like no one really like was for it at first, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
they sold you on it.
yeah. It was the Usos versus Matadors, New Day, and then Kid and Cesaro.
Yeah, and I only remember that
Yeah,
because the Usos got injured right at the beginning, so they were
yeah,
out most of
yeah.
it, and New Day was playing heel because it was like when they first formed, they were still trying to figure things out, and they were playing the heels. But yeah, that tag team, man, so much
Yeah.
potential, years of just reigning and defending titles.
Yeah.
And it just got cut.
That's what I'm saying. Cesaro's one of those people that you could put him with anybody as a tag team and it'll work. You had
Yep.
him with Sheamus, it worked. It had him with
Don't even bring that up.
Nakamura,
Don't
and
even
it
bring that
worked.
up. Okay. Nakamura, yeah. Nakamura was cool. I still think nothing beats the Tyson Kidd one though.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that was a good
like
one.
Yeah.
the Sheamus one, they ran that hard, but also they were both, you know what I mean? They were healthy and stuff. I think that's how they would have ran Tyson Kidd and Cesaro if like it never really, because I think that's when Tyson Kidd got injured, like in the middle of when they were tag teaming.
Really? Oh, I thought they
I
split up.
I think I'm not even sure. They might have split up. Hold on, let's see.
But I remember how I think Samoa Joe. Oh man, Samoa Joe left, but I'm still tight at that. But Samoa Joe, I think he had like a dark match on Raw. Then he like got injured through there, and then he just
No, yeah, look, they had they were in the elimination chamber, the first ever tag team
yes, I remember that
elimination
one. Yeah,
chamber in May, and then June 29th. Not June 29th, like it says on June 7th, Samoa Joe and him had a dark match, and that's when he got injured. So
damn, imagine, yeah,
they were in the title picture. They were still in the title picture
It's crazy.
because it happened right after 31.
yeah,
That
yeah.
that show happened, and they had the first ever chamber match, and then a week or two later he got
Was
injured.
that why they dropped the titles, or did they lose the titles before he got injured?
No, I think they lost it before he got injured.
Because that would have been a bad way to end the title reign if they're just gonna have him.
Let me see. Hold up. I'll tell you right now. It said they retained that Mania, but lost it to the New Day at Extreme Rules. So Extreme Rules must have been between. Oh no, because Extreme, yeah, that year, Mania was in March. Then was Extreme Rules, Payback, and then at the end of May was Elimination Chamber.
Oh yeah, because they didn't do it that year before. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
and then he got. So I think that team would have went on for a couple years.
Oh, for
They were,
sure.
they were
For
underrated,
sure.
man.
I
I'm
think they
sorry,
would have
that
been
was a
around.
random thought.
I think they would have been around if they were around during the time when the brand split happened, when they had the Raw and Tag Team Championships introduced. They would
Yeah.
have definitely been there to around that
Oh
era.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, last question before we can end it.
What's up?
What do you guys? I was gonna ask before when we were still talking about the unification thing. Do you guys want to see the World Heavyweight Championship come back and forget the Universal Championship?
Oh, the Universal. I like the heavyweight title. I guess
Keep all of them.
Separately, yeah,
I don't know.
separately.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess separately.
And then we can give Big E his title back too. And give
Yeah,
to
his deserving of a champ.
And give one belt that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
They could figure out ways to bounce it back and forth without appearing
Uh,
every week on the same show.
I feel like that's adding too much belts though. I feel like right now they have already too much belts.
Yeah,
For me though, like if they're gonna keep giving everything to Brock and Roman or whatever the fuck, or like, you know, everything bouncing back and forth between the same people, add another belt and then give it to somebody new, and then you got a new face with a belt too.
That is
Then you
true.
can keep your over and over repetition for your numbers and for the fan favorites and stuff, but there's a belt that, you know, other people can have that's up for grabs.
Yeah, just
That
get rid
is,
of
you
the
can add a
24
new
championship.
storyline and
Yeah,
keep what's bringing the numbers in. So it's actually kind of smart, if anything.
yeah,
No, yeah, it does make sense. Does make sense, especially like you said, they keep flipping it back and forth with the same exact people with the titles, and it's like we get it. It's kind of getting old now. Even though I love Brock, I love that he has a title right now,
Hmm.
but like you said, they just give it to the same people.
Exactly.
But they needed to kick off the new year with something that was gonna catch attention, something that
yeah,
was gonna be different.
yeah.
Before we go, I would just like to say that I'm still pissed off about everything with Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan.
Yep, same. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Me too.
wait,
Me
let's
too.
talk about
I
that
just
real
want to
quick
address this
because
Yeah,
before we go. What the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah. That was basically my reaction
I
to it. I
want
was
to
like,
know who Liv Morgan pissed off for her to still not be getting what she deserves. That's
I
all I'm
know. Didn't win the Money in the Bank. Didn't win the Queens tournament thing. Didn't win the championship twice. Like
saying.
what
What are
is
they
happening?
holding off
Like
for?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't got it.
They
I
just they're waiting for I don't know. Like I've said before. Like I think me
You
and you
think
said
Rousey's
Joel.
coming back and maybe they're gonna
No,
put her against Rousey?
God
I don't
no,
fucking know anymore.
God
Because
no.
why are they making her lose everything? What's the reason?
Like I just hope she doesn't win the Rumble. Like that's my thing. Like I would be behind it, but I just don't want to see it now because like I have a whole like story about it. Like I just everybody's who's getting a push
Bro,
At
around
this
this time
point,
is
I
getting
would
a
just want to
Rumble
see
win.
her get something. Because I
Yeah,
feel bad for her at this point.
yeah, it's
How do you
bad.
have one of the highest followings in the women's division with like the highest numbers in everything right now?
Yep.
Media, merch, everything, and you get nothing.
yeah.
Like it's like infuriating to watch. Like
And then
I feel bad for her.
They gave Nikki Cross a championship winner, not Liv.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
was that.
Something's not
Yeah.
right, or they're holding off for something really good. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I hope it's the latter.
Maybe it's giving her that mania moment, but it's like
that's what they did last year with Bianca. They did it the year before that with Drew
So
McIntyre. It's
what are
like
they
how
gonna
many?
do? Give her mania moment and then make her lose to Becky again? Come on.
Yeah, like seriously, that's what I
yeah,
was thinking. She could have won up day one, still gone on to Mania,
she
and
should. Yeah,
still
she should have won that day one.
that was a
Day one should have
really
been
bad
foreshadowing
booking.
for Mania in terms of writing. That's what they should have did, but they didn't, and it's making me really upset that they're wasting what could be a very good women's division champion right now.
Yeah, for
Definitely,
real,
hell
for real.
yeah, because right now Becky's stale.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everybody, like a lot of people won't admit it, but she's stale right now. Nobody really cares about her. People are behind Liv.
Hmm.
Why not just give her the title? Why you gotta hold it off and be
Unless
like,
this is them building up a hatred for Becky Lynch and then giving her her moment and letting her win at Mania for the pop.
yeah,
yeah,
Like making her keep lose to somebody that no one wants to see win anymore. It could be that, and they're building it up, and then Mania comes around and she finally wins and gets her moment and beats the person that everyone wanted her to beat. You know, that's possible too. But how
yeah,
much longer are people supposed to watch every week just like, getting her like she's literally being treated like a fucking rag doll?
yeah. You gotta build that
Like
for 3 months. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
3 months of watching Liv Morgan get her ass beat by everybody for no reason.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's gonna be tough.
So
That
I
is.
hope they do something where they start giving her some kind of. She's getting the push, but not in the way she should be.
She needs
Yeah,
big wins.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
yeah. She just. It's like I said, like they're trying to make her win the Rumble, like the past two winners from the year before. She
I
doesn't
don't
need
even
that
think
direction.
I don't even think she should win the Rumble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think she needs to win it. Like she
I
should have won
think
it on day one and got
yeah.
her push that way.
I
But
think
did
who
she
who I think whoever wins the Rumble is gonna go after um
live?
the SmackDown belt.
Oh yeah,
And then
okay.
they'll do a elimination chamber if elimination chamber happens with the women for whoever wins that faces Becky.
Yeah, yeah,
And I would
probably.
like her to win that, give her that big win because like a Royal Rumble win is big, but also like a lot of people are like us right now. Liv is gonna win Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Like
It's predictable.
it's
It's
kind of
predictable.
predictable. So
Yeah,
give her another big win. Give her elimination chamber, a match that is even bigger, like not bigger in the sense of everybody watch Royal Rumble, but like it's a harder match. It's more, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It shows her toughness and roughness about her.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
And then it helps build her up to be even stronger. Yo, I went through elimination chamber, but take the belt from you at Mania. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
you can build it from there. But they really shouldn't be. Liv shouldn't be in the title picture till then.
Yeah.
I don't have her and Becky interact whatsoever because it's gonna like if you do it every week, it's just gonna bring it down. I feel.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think an Elimination Chamber win would be dope. Like I said, I fought. What was it? Five other people. The 6
five.
chamber,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
the six,
fought
yeah.
five other people. You make it legitimate people too. Don't put like Nikki in there. You put like
Ripley, Bianca,
you put all the heavy hitters in there.
Yeah.
All the big names that have been in the title picture and have her.
Even put Asuka. Bring back Asuka and put her in.
I might even put her. I might even give her the Shayna treatment.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And have her eliminate everyone.
Yep.
But start it off. Don't come in at the end and knock everybody out. Because that's how Shayna did it. Have her do it one by one. And each one is like, whoa. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that would be better. And you built her up like that. Boom.
Yeah.
And that makes her legitimate again. Well, she's already legitimate, but makes her even better. More legitimate to beat Becky.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, we got it. We can predict it.
Give it some thought. Give it some thought. I doubt they'll do it, but
they can if they thought about it.
If they really wanted to, they could.
Yeah.
Like my phone is always open. I told them that. Well, like just email the podcast email. We'll get back to you. We'll
give you the ideas.
We got you.
Yeah. We have a meeting. Yeah.
We'll come collectively on here and be like, guys, listen, what should we do?
What can we give them? Yeah, but I guess we can wrap it up there. Go subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, Instagram, Twitter. Give this episode a like on YouTube. And there's apparently 5-star ratings on Spotify. So if you're listening to us on Spotify, give us a 5-star rating on there. That's the thing now.
Uber, let's go.
Yes.
Yes,
sir. I saw it on Spotify recently. I'm like, yo, just give us a 5-star on Spotify.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me too. I saw it recently too. But yeah, this is Nick, your host, with me, Gina and Joel. This is episode 63 of the Ring Fanatics Podcast, and we will see you guys next time.
Catch you
later.